Hey, Viking fans, if you're watching this, it's probably Thursday morning, and I got a lot to say. Let's talk about it next in 3, 2, 1. Hey, Skull brothers and sisters, this is Minnesota Sports Talk, bringing you Skull World. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, Skull World. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I'm over 600. I'm in the 600 club. You're getting me closer. Get me to 700. I want to give away $70 on game day. We can do it, guys. We can do it. Give me to 700. I'm giving $70 away if I do that on game day. Let's go. Let's go, Vikings. I appreciate everything you've done to me. I am standing on your shoulders, getting me up there. I appreciate every single thing you guys do for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Skull Vikings. Now let's talk about, I have like an omnibus of things I want to talk about today. I just went live with MC Rap over at Purple Pocket Podcast. He's my man. He's coming down to Florida. We're going to go to the Miami game together. It's going to be awesome. We'll probably go live together on the same show in the same building. I can't wait to do it. We were popping off tonight. We're getting 30 people in the chat. It's just comment after comment. I want you to join Purple Pocket Podcast. We go live pretty regularly. Also on Tuesday nights at the Purple Code on Facebook. It's also broadcast on Twitter and on YouTube. That's the Purple Pocket that is the Purple Code. We also go live there on Tuesday nights, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central. Now let's talk about this omnibus of information. There was a bunch of videos today on various topics. I just didn't have I was working, man. I'm a working man, so I couldn't just jump off and do a bunch of videos today. But I'm gonna do it maybe a day late. But there's an angle on some of the topics that I want to put out there. So I appreciate you listening. Now let's talk about MVP candidates. So Michael Irvin, he put his reputation on the line. Let's say in 2019, I went back and looked. And he was doing a roundtable discussion. He was having a disagreement with Mariucci about Kirk Cousins. 2019, we started out 2-2. We already missed the playoffs in 2018. There was Diggs was missing practices. He was complaining about the offense. We weren't throwing the ball early that season. You know, we beat the Packers and he threw less than 100 yards or something like that. There just wasn't much going on right offensively with the Vikings in 2019 early. Although Thielen got hurt at the end of the season, but we went to the playoffs. We beat the Saints. But going into week 5, Michael Irvin, quote, you got to look at Cousins as a bust. For the money he was making. Mariucci says, no, that's not it. But Michael Irvin, along with a couple other guys on that panel, former Hall of Famers, Hall of Fame football players, saying that Kirk Cousins was a bust. Fast forward 2022, Michael Irvin has put his reputation, Hall of Fame reputation on the line, says Kirk Cousins wins the MVP this year. Not as in the talks, wins the MVP this year. Michael Irvin, man, Hall of Famer, knows his football. He has a lot of pride. He's not. Look at his suit, man. This guy's got a lot of pride. He put his reputation on the line. Says Kirk Cousins MVP. So I'm pretty excited about that. Another guy, not as big a name, not a Hall of Famer, Kyle Brandt. From Good Morning Football. He loves himself some Vikings. That is the one show in the world that is very friendly to the Minnesota Vikings, man. Good Morning Football, Kyle Brandt. he said who his MVP candidate was, and it is Kirk Cousins. I don't know. The media is changing their tune on Kirk Cousins. It has a lot. I think you know what it is that more and more like a Terrence Newman, a Boone, Alex Boone, coming out and actually being honest to how they felt about the Zimmer regime. Not to dwell on it, but there is where there's smoke, there's fire, and it's starting to look like just Kirk Cousins just wasn't gonna step on Zimmer's toes and was a team player and didn't want to make waves with the coaching staff, and it was well documented. Kirk Cousins was not liked by Zimmer. He didn't want him there, and he treated him that way. Why would you do that as a coach? I have no idea, but I think they're starting to see that there is a different atmosphere. The players are loving it. They're playing with fun. You got Terrence Newman, who was played on 3 teams underneath Zimmer, and there was a great point that was made by Alex Boone, is that there was a game where Zimmer accused Terrence Newman of mutiny in a game, and all it turns out, and this is Newman saying it, that hey, they just didn't know what Green Bay was doing, and they took him a few plays to figure it out. Zimmer says that he called it a mutiny, and could you imagine telling a player that has played for you for God knows how many years on 3 different teams, has respect for you, and you tell the world that he mutinied? So Kyle Brandt and Michael Irvin are seeing that it wasn't the players, it was the coach on the offensive side that were basically walking on eggshells around Mike Zimmer, and it's starting to come out. I give credit to Zimmer. He turned our team around when he came in, but it year after year, every other year we made the playoffs, and then we didn't do it last year, and that was 2 years in a row, so he was gone. So I think these guys, the national media, are starting to see that, hey, we have something here. Now, there are people like SI.com that don't have us doing crap. I've seen us power rank 21st. Not everybody's coming to us. Not everybody's calling us a dark horse. In fact, there's people that say the Bears are going to win the division. It's so silly out there. It's all over the place. And one guy who's been a complete clown in this situation is Chris Sims. This is the guy that said in the 2021 draft that Kellen Mond, who's now with the Cleveland Browns on the practice squad, was better than Justin Fields with the Bears and Trey Lance with the 49ers coming out of college. That Kellen Mond was better than those 2 guys. Yes, those 2 guys. And he's sticking to it, the fact that he still thinks that Kellen Mond is a potential starter in this league. Not only did that just blow up in his face, these other 2 guys are saying Kirk Cousins is the MVP. Chris Sims, who had some credibility, like he was right about a couple players, has said that Kirk Cousins is the 17th ranked QB, not the 15th, not the 12th. The 12th through 15th that everybody kind of likes to put out there. He says 17. 16 quarterbacks are better than Kirk Cousins right now. He's saying that. These other guys say MVP. Chris Sims says, he's 17th. Now, he's gone as far as to say is, look, and you might see this here, I call him a clown. He is on the record saying the Detroit Lions are going to be better than us. Vikings are going to be 3rd in the division. That is my inspiration for this video, that Chris Sims has just got it out for the Vikings, man. 17th ranked quarterback. They're not gonna finish 500. They're gonna be third in the division. He says we're just the same as the Bears and the Lions. Like, it's that close with the second team, but the Lions are gonna do better than the Vikings. I'm calling him a clown. Maybe I'm a little harsh. It's all in fun. Chris Sims, I like listening to you because you tell people what you think. I listened to you about the Harbaugh situation. Harbaugh really stuck it to you. It was kind of funny. Because you tried to interview him one time and he walked out of your interview. I do have respect for things you got to say, but boy, you've been wrong about some things lately, and you're gonna be wrong about the Vikings, and for that, I give you the clown nose. And that, hey, you got two guys talking about MVP. You got them losing to the Lions. All right, so that's Chris Sims, and I would like to end on this, man. I would like to end on Ndamukong Suh. I went back and watched tape. Now, the Super Bowl season when he's on Tampa, he was a dominant player. I'm not gonna lie, he's a dominant player in the 2020 season for Tampa. He was dominant. 6 sacks, but all the hurries and the way he played. Now, last year might have not been as good, but he's still a good player. Now, Wolfson, who appears on daily, Purple Daily, he's called Scoops. He's brought up to the attention that, hey, we're back in conversation with the Ndamukong Suh. And I had said this recently. I don't know which episode or what show it was. I know I did it on live, but I had said that he wanted $9 million. Now, Wilson has confirmed that. That was just me guessing. That's what I felt like he thought he was worth. And I said, hey, let's give him 6. But what I didn't know is that the Vikings aren't budging off a league minimum for a veteran, which apparently is like $1.2 million. Now, after week 1, it only be in a veteran, the salary, it only becomes 25% guaranteed. So I feel like we're not signing him in the next couple of days to play, but it would be fun because he does not get along with Aaron Rodgers, and it would have been awesome to see him play the first game against Aaron Rodgers. Now, another guy is Zadarius Smith, and maybe I'll end on that. Zadarius Smith, and I didn't queue up a picture. I didn't expect to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it after I'm done with Sue. So Ndamukong Suh is, you can see video after video of him yelling at Aaron Rodgers when they play him. He probably doesn't. Oh yeah, back when he was either a rookie or younger player when he was with the Lions, he walked back and put both feet, all his weight, on Aaron Rodgers' ankle. Suh was a very dirty player when he was with the Lions, and he may still be, but if for sure he was with the Lions. And anything to agitate Aaron Rodgers, I'm all for it. If we bring him in the next couple of days and say, hey, you're going to play these downs and just frickin' do your thing, great. I think he improves our defensive line and makes it deeper. It doesn't look like we're willing to pay the $6 million I thought it would take to get him. That, hey, we're saying league minimum, but depends on what happens after week 1. I think Ndamukong Suh may be a Viking going into week 2 because it might save us money if he doesn't work out. All right, and now we're into the season and his opportunities are fewer. That, hey, it might be a more negotiable salary-wise going into week 2. It might be more affordable. It's not guaranteed. All these things that go towards the benefit of the team. Ndamukong Suh, but go look. I'm gonna post a video of what he was like on that 2020-2021 season. It was pretty amazing. He pushes the pile. He was able to stuff the run. Quarterback hurries, quarterback hits, crushing quarterback hits. He has power left in him. He still can play. 6 sacks last year. He wouldn't play, let's put him in at 50% of the snaps. Who knows what this guy will be able to do. He's a difference maker. This is what I call a championship move, of bringing in a guy like this to round out your team. This is the kind of move you do to win championships. I don't care what people say. He can still play. He would be a great addition to the team, and he would complement a Zadarius Smith, who says that Green Bay didn't even want to talk to him when he was injured. When he was injured, they didn't want to talk to him. It was year 3 of his time with the Packers. He gets hurt. He says people didn't even say hi, how's your back, in the hallway. And he signed with the Vikings so he could play the Packers 2 times. He wants to sack Aaron Rodgers. He wants to stick it to the Packers. I am so happy we got Zadarius Smith. I wish I thought about talking to him in this video, but I want to end with that. Zadarius Smith, man, is motivated, highly motivated, and it makes me feel so much better about this game that we got a guy chomping out the bit to just get after the quarterback, meet at the quarterback. Danielle Hunter, Zadarius Smith are going to get after it. I think a Jonathan Bullard is going to surprise some people. Harrison Phillips has been such a good addition. I'm so happy we got him. I want to see what Tomlinson can do at playing DN. This is a big D line. We got big linebackers. We got fast linebackers. This is going to be a different defense, and it could potentially be something special with the speed we've added in the backfield, the secondary. I'm loving it. And hey, we'll talk more about different aspects of this team. But hey, guys, we got an MVP candidate according to some people. We got a potential signing of Ndamukong Suh. We're back in talks with them. This is awesome. Things are happening with the Minnesota Vikings. We're a destination franchise. People want to play with us. KOC is just motivating this team. They love him. They want to fight through him. This is the kind of guy they want to, they'll run through a wall for now. They love this guy. They're happy, man. They are happy. That's it for today. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. #Purple Hulk. Let's get after it. Skull Vikings. I love it, man. Stick with me this week. Just look for my updates. We're going live. We're talking about the Vikings. We're going to take this puppy home. I'm so excited to have my first podcast, my first freaking game. You guys have brought me here. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Enter this contest. Let's get me to 700 so I can give away $70 instead of 60. Let's do it, man. Skull Vikings. See you next time. Cue the music, my brothers. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Skull Vikes.